Hey, we are live.
Now, for a lot of you as well, you weren't expecting today. We did mention it last week that we would do, but sorry, we've been very busy yesterday and obviously we've got stuff to do on Friday. So we thought we would do a quick live today. We weren't expecting many people on, but if you are on, great.
Please join us.
Yes.
If you're around, please join us.
So,
yeah. So what have we been doing?
So I was doing actually some filming of videos that we have been doing as well, as we've been saying before. An interesting one coming up, which I'll show you a little preview. So the Ghostbusters cookbook, it's come out. It's been out, it's been out in the States for a while, but it's come out recently here, I've noticed anyway. So I did a little recipe from here, which I will show you coming up on the video very, very soon.
Oh, I thought you were going to show what.
Oh, no, that's going to be the surprise. That's just me leading up to it.
Okay, so, but you did, it was yesterday that you did actually do the recipe.
Hey, Vaughan, how are you?
Hey, Vaughan, how are you? I hope
she
you're
said
well.
delighted. Oh, we're so glad to see you.
Oh.
Yeah, we were just saying, so apologies to everybody. We weren't able to do the live yesterday. And we won't be able to do a live this Friday. So we wanted to put something out there in the ether so you guys could see.
Exactly.
Oh, we missed you too.
Oh, bless you. I hope you're well and everything.
We did miss you, actually. We
did.
We really enjoyed doing the lives. And we thought, even like Kelly and I, when we were doing it yesterday, we had something else we had to do. So because I'm just sitting there going, oh, we should be doing the live right now.
Yeah.
Doing the live. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it might just be you and us. You might have us all to yourselves this evening. Do you know what I'm saying?
You might just say, well, I hope not. I want a break. Let someone else have the talking.
So what drinks did we get today?
So I've gone for my, I say my usual. Now my new usual is coconut milk. Amy, hello.
Hey,
how are you?
Hope you're well.
So my usual is coconut milk now, but they didn't have any as normal. So I've got what now? Almonds.
Almonds, but your normal is oat milk. That is your normal.
That's my old normal. This is my new normal.
You're the new normal.
Happy Wednesday to you too.
Happy Wednesday. And I got my usual caramel frappuccino with normal whipped cream. I got it with skimmed milk, normal whipped cream, and caramel drizzle.
Very, very nice. So what we've been up to, as we know as well, we wanted to do a little live today because we weren't able to do one this Friday or yesterday.
Yeah.
So as I said, I did a little recipe from the Ghostbusters cookbook. The one thing I am going to go to, so I didn't film this one.
Yeah.
I made it and I bitterly regret not filming it because it was amazing. So it's actually a drink.
Yeah.
So this is called Ecto Juice. That's what it looks like. That's from the Ghostbusters cookbook. But it was really, really good. So what you do is you take a cup of water, so a cup the American measurement.
Yeah.
And you take a cup of sugar. So it is 1 part water to 1 part sugar. And they do recommend, they say granulated sugar, obviously, so it melts. But we use brown sugar, which is really nice, okay? You heat that up into a syrup and you set that syrup aside and you let that cool, all right? You let that cool. In a separate bowl, you want 3 cups of orange juice, freshly squeezed if possible. Now, we made the orange juice freshly squeezed, and it does make a big difference. So what you're saying is 1 cup water, 1 part water, 1 part sugar, 3 parts freshly squeezed orange juice, if you want to do those measurements, okay? Once your syrup is cooled, you add all that together, and you want 6 tablespoons of grenadine, if you can get hold of it, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, right? Mix that all together. My God, that was delicious.
It was delicious, but I also think you've done a simple syrup and grenadine, which is syrup. So it is quite a lot of.
There's a lot of sugar in it.
Which
is why it's nice.
I felt.
Oh, sugar always tastes nice.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Sugar always tastes nice, but I think too, it's like me when I have to do my frostings, and I feel guilty putting like loads of sugar in the frosting.
So I couldn't read what Amy had said this because I used to get the caramel frappe in Mackey's.
In McDonald's, yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
those ones, the McDonald's ones.
Yeah, the McDonald's ones. Do you know what? They used to be all right. I've got to say that they weren't the caramel frappes that they do. They're not too bad. But if I had to choose something other than this caramel frappuccino, the one that I would choose is the Costa's mint choc chip frappe.
Oh yeah, that's the one you like.
Yeah. Mint choc chip. I really like it.
Oh, poor Vaughan. So weather is brutal. Cold, windy, rainy. Oh God, my God, is it that bad? Apparently, almond and coconut milk is good. So I watched a documentary. Don't ask me why. I just found it interesting. On Arnold Schwarzenegger. And what he said is as well, they asked him what his diet's like now. And do you know what? Because when he was young, obviously as a weight trainer, his diet was predominantly meat and dairy.
Yeah,
and he
protein,
said,
dairy.
Yeah, now he's in his 70s. He's in his 70s. He's he's completely gone off that now. He said he does a plant-based diet, and he doesn't drink dairy milk at all. So it will be plant-based drinks like this: coconut or dairy, or coconut, almond or oat.
Well, I suppose because he doesn't weight lift anymore, really.
Yeah, but
that's why he'd have to switch up the diet.
It's the toll that it took on his body. Miss Moreau said the
Hey, Miss Moreau.
Miss Moreau, how are you?
Welcome.
Nice to see you.
I hope you will.
Vaughan said the Khalifa cold brew coffee, non-dairy, is delicious. Available in Qatar. Is it kefir?
Kefir. Is that the one, kefir?
Khalifa that Vaughan's put there. Oh. I've not heard of Khalifa.
No, I've heard of kefir, but not Khalifa. But then it could be a autocorrect.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do get the kefir sometimes, but I use it if I'm doing a smoothie. So I will add the kefir with, like, normally I'd get like a strawberry or like a raspberry. There has been a vanilla, because on their own I find them very, very sour. So I normally mix them in when I'm doing a smoothie.
There you go. So this is gonna be a bit weird because we don't normally do one on a Wednesday. It feels like Tuesday because we're doing one now. But like I said, we were just thinking that every time we sign off our videos, we always say, don't forget, you can catch us on our lives every Tuesday and every Friday. We're thinking, oh my God, we're there advertising it, and we're not doing one.
We're not doing it. But I think the thing is, not everybody watches us live anyway. They watch us at a later date sometimes. True. So I don't think that's going to make a real difference, in my opinion. So I don't think we have to kind of worry. But we're here to chat to you guys anyway. So welcome. But thank you for joining us on a Wednesday rather than on a Tuesday or a Friday. What is everyone up to, and what has everyone's week been like? Very strange. I want to bake some cakes tomorrow and stuff like that. And Mark went out to Sainsbury's, and what happened?
No eggs at all of any Sainsbury's here in the UK. So it's a bit weird. It is a little bit weird because so 3 times in a row actually I went, and I'm like, oh God, no eggs.
Yeah.
So it's a bit annoying. So you have done an order.
I have done an order. Hey Charlie, hey Keegan.
How are you both? Well? You good? So Vaughan asks, no, hang on, where am I? Oh, what have you guys had for dinner? Said Miss Barrow.
I haven't had dinner yet.
This is my dinner so far.
My plan later is to maybe make some noodles. So I made some noodles, not yesterday, day before, I think it was.
Yeah. They were nice, actually.
Yeah, Mark likes Erdon noodles. I'm not really a big fan of Erdon noodles. I'm more like the thin noodles, but I've got some thin noodles in the cupboard. So I normally get the Amoy. You know that it's the fresh one, not the dried one. So I normally get that one, and normally when it comes out the pack, it's sort of gathered together, and then when you try and fry it in the pan, it breaks up a little bit, and it doesn't go that nice sort of like separation. And I found out the other day, I was watching another YouTuber, well, she's not a YouTuber, she's actually she was on MasterChef Australia, and she does like her own sort of like channel, and she has her own website and everything else. And she gave a great tip, which was to soak it in hot water for a few minutes, just so that they separate. But you've got to keep an eye on them, otherwise they'll become soggy. You just take them out. So once they've sort of broken up a bit, you take them out of that bowl, you put them in another one, and then you just put a little bit of sesame seed oil, so that they keep separated and a little bit. So once you add it to your pan with all your veggies and stuff like that, it's lovely. So yeah, that's what I did.
It was very nice too, actually. They were very, very good. So yeah, we probably will. What we tend to do on the live is we end up not eating until after the live. So we've not had anything yet. Basically, I finish work. If I'm working from home, I go straight from work into doing the live. And then you're Kelly does all the setup ready for it
Yeah,
to go.
or if I'm out, I just come straight in and then we do the live, or that's how we kind of do it, really.
Oh, Khalifa Farms, right? I've not had those.
Never had those. I've only had kefir. Yeah.
So Charlie's got up to 6 followers. Any news from
Wow.
YouTube, Charlie, at all? Keegan asked, why didn't you do where were you yesterday for your live? So apologies, everybody, for those that weren't aware. Like I said, unfortunately, yesterday and Friday, we're not able to do the lives. We've got something else on.
Yeah.
But that's why we wanted to do the live today.
Yeah, we didn't want to leave you without anything, and we wanted to chat with you guys. And that's why I'm saying, oh, do you know what? Let's try and do one on Wednesday. And sometimes I can get quite busy and stuff. My mum's been down a couple of times already today. And so right, okay, I've got to drop what I'm doing and do this and do that and do this. But oh my God, I've got a series. Has anybody been watching Shadow and Bone? It's a Netflix series. It's from a series of books. And they've just had the 2nd season, and I binged watched. But oh God, okay. So as you know, I will watch TikTok and YouTube, and I normally I don't really watch a lot that's on Insta. But I don't watch a lot of YouTube shorts, but I do watch YouTubers. Anyway, while I was watching, I'm pointing over there because that's where our TV is. So while I was watching Shadow and Bone, there were some bits, and I was thinking, oh, can we just speed up and like get to the next bit? And do you know what? And I was thinking, why don't I want to watch the in between bits? Of course, when you watch TikTok, what happens? It's and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and that's what it's like. That's what it's like when you're watching something. You kind of now don't want to watch, for me anyway, you kind of don't want to watch the middle bit. You want to get back onto the next exciting bit. So it's a bit, but it was but anybody who likes the sort of like fantasy fiction and all of that type of stuff, it's really, really good, and I highly recommend it.
So that's Shadow and Bone for anybody who's looking for a new series.
There's 2 seasons, so there you go.
Mr. Rose said, oh, I love bean sprouts. Yeah, that was going back to what we were saying before about the dinner. Very nice, actually, especially with what the noodles, the thick ones called?
Udon.
That's my favourite, udon.
Udon noodles, yeah.
Vaughan said, oh, I'm busy. Oh, no, I did see your comment. Sorry, Vaughan. Yeah, sorry. I know it's none on Friday. I'm sorry. We did for back. But what we will try and do is I'm going to try and edit a video ready for Friday.
Yeah.
So at least something comes up that we have. We've got loads of videos in the pipeline. You guys may have actually seen the video we put up on Sunday, which was the one that we did our little trip into London, which we've done a couple of weeks prior to that. So that one's gone up. Vaughan said, I'm a busy fool. No, you're not a fool. No eggs, that's unheard of. Lots of everything here in Ireland. No shortages. You are being punished for Brexit.
I'm telling you, we are.
That's our fault.
We didn't have any vegetables a few weeks back. There was a shortage on vegetables. Even when we were going to the carvery, we weren't getting vegetables.
No, I know, exactly. So that is our fault. That was our decision. Or was your mum? So what was I going to say? And you're not a noodle or pasta fan. Oh, you really? Now, do you know what? Funny you should say that. I tend to avoid pasta only because it's high carbs. I don't want to have too many at a time. Amy said, my week has been very weird, however, very good. I volunteered today for my local theatre. Oh, that's nice. And watched a very creepy dance show about mental health. How's your week been? Well, not as rewarding as yours. I've got to say, that's really good, actually.
Yeah, and the thing, what I love about local, I what you call it, I used to do amateur theatre many years ago. And what I love about it is because I wasn't doing acting for a long time, and I felt like I needed to do something. I needed to sort of test myself. And I auditioned, and the first time I auditioned and I got the lead role, and I was just like, oh my God. Now, I'm no singer. I can hold a tune, but they didn't have any microphones. Your voice has to reach, and luckily it was a small theatre. But my voice is not that loud in the sense of singing wise. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if we're having an argument, I can, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But singing wise, my voice doesn't throw to the back of the room as like some people do. Yeah. And that's what it was. And I was the girl that normally has the lead, she was helping me to sort of try to project the voice, but it just wasn't there. um but she normally does the leads, but I enjoyed every minute of it. But because I'm not used to singing as well, I mean, it's been a long time since I've done sort of like choir and stuff like that, but because I've been like not singing constantly, I actually began to get colds. And I remember we had to do 11 shows in 8 days, I think,
Oh my God, that's a lot.
across 8 days. And so I had taken time off work, and that day there was snow. And I always used to get to the theatre early. I always used to get to the theatre sort of like about 6, 6:30. And on this day, I wasn't feeling well, but there was snow. And I remember sort of like getting to and they called me because they were worried because there was no understudy either. There was no understudy, nobody who knew my life. And you really feel the pressure, even though you're not getting paid. You feel the pressure that you need to turn up. You need to do that show. People have paid their money. So it's a real dedication and it's a real discipline. But yeah, I loved it. But I knew that if I was doing a full-time job, I couldn't do amateur theatre. It was so full on. Yeah.
It pretty is full on as well.
Yeah.
But did you enjoy it? Did you like it?
Yeah.
And what were you volunteering as, if you don't mind? That's me asking. So were you actually a stagehand, or were you one of the cast, or were you involved in something else? Just out of interest. Yeah, it's always volunteering to do that as well. Volunteering? What's the word I'm looking for? Entertainment.
Amateur. I'm just looking at something. Sorry. Calm yourself down.
It's always really rewarding to do that as well, because you can always, like you say, you're helping the community and stuff like that. So that's really nice.
Yeah, and I think I had a friend who volunteered, but she couldn't get her head around the volunteering part and what it involved and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm front of house, is Amy.
Yeah. That's what my friend was.
So what's that doing? Meet and greet? Yeah.
It depends. Like front of house, you're either selling tickets or checking tickets so that people got their tickets, or you can be doing the teas and coffees. That's also front of house. So almost like doing everything that the front people would do.
Okay.
Front of house.
Well, interesting. I'm good, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. You sound like you're enjoying it, and it sounds like really rewarding as well. I've been doing it since October. I was doing it for what? That's 6 months.
Would you consider being one of the amateur actors
full time, or acting not your thing?
Yeah. Would you consider that?
Great people, and I show people to their seats.
Yeah.
Or great people, sorry, and I show people to this.
Yeah. So front of house.
Yeah.
I did that at the Opera House. So when I was doing ushering, and you had to sort of like, but you had to take everyone to their seat.
Hi Aoife, you're alright?
Hey Aoife.
That's all right. No one's late. No one's ever late.
Don't worry.
Hell no. I study photography.
Oh, do you do photography there though? Do you like lend your skills and do any photography there? Where I was there. But what was good there as well, they had like an ex-professional from London, like who lived locally, who had sort of given it up and was doing all the set design and all of that type of stuff. And it was his daughter who was the main person. She was a really good singer. Her voice was amazing.
Yes, I did pantomime last year, says Amy.
Oh,
okay. Oh God, we've not been to pantomime for years. I think I was probably a kid when I last went to pantomime.
Do you know what we went to see? I wanted to go and see Scrooge, and it had, what's his name? Oh God, the old guy.
Yeah, I know. I've forgotten his name now.
Oh, Tommy Steele.
But that wasn't pantomime.
No, it wasn't pantomime, but it was very pantomime-ish. And basically, what I wanted to go and see was a musical of Scrooge, and what he did was like a pantomime version of Scrooge. It wasn't the musical that I was expecting. He almost did it like, what's the guy who did Oliver You got a bigger pocket or two, boy. I forget he's passed away now, that guy.
The guy that played Fagin, not Fagin.
Fagin, yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy in Oliver who played Fagin, I can't remember what his name is. That's the sort of persona and character that Tommy Steele took on to play Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. But for me, yeah, it was very pantomimish, so it wasn't like the musical that I really wanted to see.
Eva said, Kelly, I started earlier on IG. I love you as a cis figure, and you should be incredibly proud of yourself and your qualifications, skills, and talents.
Thank you.
There you go. You can't endorsement there.
Thank you.
Those buns you made look scrumptious.
Oh, I'm just trying to think. What buns? I haven't made any buns recently.
Amy said, it gets really repetitive after a while. I watched it for a whole month, sometimes 2 times a day. Christmas Eve is the worst.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can imagine a friend of mine used to work as a film projectionist in the cinema. This is many years, and talking in the 1990s. And he said that to me. He goes, you get so sick of the films.
Yeah, because
the first few, you really want to watch them and enjoy it. But then after again and again and again, you think, oh, let me watch this for the 10th time. So, yeah. Oh, Polly's joined us. Polly Robinson. Hello.
Hey, Polly, how are you? And welcome.
Pets people call, is it a mobile phone emoji, right? Oh, what was that?
Oh, I don't know.
Pets people call, I think that's a mobile phone emoji.
Pets people call.
Or is it Tetris?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't. You have to explain that one. Sorry. My old fangled, my eyes are deceiving me as well. How are you, by the way? Thank you for joining us on the live.
Thank you for joining us on the live.
Vaughan said, the people in our amateur theatre think they're really stars. They really put some good productions, but 3 hours on a hard chair once is enough.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like at the theatre there, the seats were quite small. Obviously it's a lot of the Amdram theatres are quite small. Normal theatres are quite small, but yeah, it's nice to get involved. I like it. I like getting involved. I haven't been involved for a long time, but yeah, it's nice to sort of be part of something, really.
I can imagine as well Amdram is really going for it as well, because they want to try and sell their wares, but
there are some though that are really good.
Yeah,
like,
there are.
Really,
there are.
Like ones that you would think they were professional. There are some that are really good.
Eva said it's the chocolate orange ones that look scrumptious.
Oh, right, chocolate orange cupcakes. Yes.
Amy said also cleanup is the worst. I can't imagine the West End shows.
Yeah.
I know. Do you know what? I always feel that because whenever we go to the cinema and we leave, I look at the floor and I think I pity the person who's got to clean that up.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone's got some popcorn and just gone. And it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. I know some people drop it by mistake and stuff like that, but it's absolutely everywhere.
I would hate to be cleanup crew, I've got to say.
Keegan said, what's your favourite Easter egg? Ooh. Now, that's a very topical question because we are kind of approaching Easter quite quickly. That's a good question. What would yours be?
I am not an Easter egg person. I think we have had this discussion before.
But would you be tempted to try Newhouse Easter egg? Newhouse is Kelly's favourite chocolates.
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't even be tempted to try Leonidas Easter egg.
Oh, well, there you are. It's pointless talking to Kelly about Easter eggs, Keegan. It is pointless.
Yeah, I'm not like, I like the things that come in the Easter egg. So, like, if it's a quality street Easter egg, I like the quality streets. But the Easter egg itself, I'm not really a fan of.
I don't like the cheaper chocolate ones, but one of my favourites to have is actually white chocolate. So, like a Milky Bar.
Yeah.
So, I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, a Milky Bar Easter egg, but they're quite small, so there's not much of it, and I do like white chocolate.
I would like a Lindt one, but not the red one. I would like, the Lindt, it's got the bunny rabbits, but not the actual bunny rabbit. The box is blue and white. Excuse me, and they've got little miniature rabbits in it, but that egg is quite nice.
I don't know that one.
I've tried it before. Somebody in a previous job gave me a piece of it, and I thought, I said, he said, would you like some Easter egg? And I said, do you know what? I don't really like Easter egg, but I'll try a bit. And people sometimes, like, I'm quite truthful, and like somebody will I go, well, I won't eat it, but I know like you will eat it or something like that. And I think they're taken quite aback. I remember somebody gave me a bowl of apples. I go, I'm not going to eat them, but I know Mark will eat them, because I'm very honest, and I'll just say, I don't like this, but I know somebody who does, or I'm sorry, I don't really like that sort of thing. Somebody tried to give me a biscuit that they made, right? And I had tasted the biscuit before and I didn't like it, and I didn't want to hurt the person's feelings. So I said, oh no, not for me, but I'm really full and I don't want any. And she kept trying to give me this biscuit and I was really trying to be nice. And then anyway, somebody came to visit me, and she sent the biscuits, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, and I just threw them in the bin. I already said I didn't want these biscuits because I don't like them. And that person went back and told the other person that I'd thrown them in the bin.
There was a thing on Festival I was reading that some guy said he was starving at work, so he ate somebody's custard creams. But he said he doesn't even, the custard egg, the tarts.
Right.
Because they've got pepper, the ones on pepper on the top. So he ate those. He said, I don't even like it. He said, I ate it. I only ate it because I was absolutely starving. It was the only thing in the fridge. So I came clean to the person who I bought them for, and I bought them a replacement. So I'm ever so sorry, I was hungry, blah, blah, blah. But he said, now they keep buying them to me because I know they like them. And he said, he wrote, I'm living in a custard hell because he actually hates them. Eva said, Mark and Kelly, I want to go see a musical at the West End with ye. Oh, okay. Well, do you know something, though? It's very expensive now, the West End. I've got to say. The second site the instructor had her courses on is also gone.
Oh,
okay. Is this on your course thing that you go on online? Vaughan said, I'm not a musical fan, but Gene Kelly singing in the rain, an epic. Did you know?
I love a musical.
Did you know that actual fact, they used in that scene milk as the rain because the normal water wouldn't show up on camera? Complete trivia quiz, but that is actually true. Plus, as well, when Gene Kelly shot that famous scene, I'm Singing in the Rain, he had the flu. So if you look very closely, he's all goggy like this. They had to powder him up and then do it. But he said he had absolutely terrible flu when he did that scene. Amy said, "Oh my God, we had a whole row full of trampled crisp popcorn in the carpet."
No.
I don't disbelieve you. I've seen it so many times in the cinema, and people just drop it all over the floor, and worst is where they dropped it, then they get up to move, they kick it, so it spreads everywhere.
Yeah, not my bag, I gotta be honest.
Keegan said my favorite Easter egg is Maltesers.
What's everyone's favorite Easter egg, by the way?
So Keegan's throwing that out there to everybody. What is your favorite Easter egg if you do indeed celebrate Easter and do eat them? Eva said she used a Mel Chitney, is it?
MailChimp address.
Oh, MailChimp address. Also sending thingy through also has the courses on Udemy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I couldn't agree more, Vaughan, about Singing in the Rain. Eva said, Kelly, what about Lindor?
Not Lindor. No, I'm not a lover.
Lint chocolate, do you mean, Kelly?
Yeah, it is a Lint make, but it's not the one with the red. Because Lindt do several different types of chocolate, but or is one Lindor and the other one is Lindt. Anyway, it's not the red one, but the Lindt one that I'm talking about, it's like blue and white and it's got bunny rabbits on it. But I'm not talking about the actual bunny rabbit one. It's the egg, but it's got pictures of bunnies all around. I like that one.
Oh, the Lindt bunny.
No, not the bunny.
Oh, okay.
It's an actual Easter egg. But you know what? I like Kinder. I do like. I do like Kinder Egg.
Kinder Bueno. Kelly loves a Kinder Bueno.
Kinder Bueno, but I also like Kinder Egg, and I used to love, the little mini eggs. I used to love the nuts. Sometimes they do get a bit trapped in your throat because they're chopped so small, but I do like Kinder mini eggs, and I like Kinder chocolate.
Aoife said, Kelly, Annette uses the auto mail sending program MailChimp or one of those auto mail senders and posted them on Udemy.
Right. Okay.
I'm not.
Ademy, maybe.
Is it Udemy? Yeah, I know the academy you mean. Amy said, last time I went to the West End, I watched Jersey Boys. Did you see that?
Yeah, my mum really, really wanted it. So basically, every year there is a sale, and it's called Get Into Theatre. And they normally do it. It runs normally from the end of November to February, something like that. Sometimes into March. And it's called Get Into Theatre. And we got Jersey Boy tickets for like £25. We got really good seats. We got stall seats. But my mum, I've been to see it a couple of times, but my mum really likes it. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the songs. It's funny, until you go, you don't realise how many songs you actually know.
Yeah, that's true. Because when things like that as well, you think, oh, this one. A friend of mine years ago, and this is how long ago it was, he gave me a cassette. Yeah, a cassette For anybody under 30, that's what we used to listen to music at the time.
Yeah.
And of Motown hits.
Right.
And I thought, I don't know I won't know these. But as I play, I thought, oh yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, I know that one. Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Oh, that one. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah, all of those.
Late December back in '63.
Oh, Miss Monroe, absolutely any chocolate as long as it's not cheap. There's nothing worse than cheap because you just don't want to eat it.
I don't mind cheap chocolate.
No,
I've got to be honest. I don't mind it so much. Like Cadbury's Marvelous Creations and things like that. I don't mind it. But don't get me wrong. I do love my Leonidas and my new house. I've got to say, but I don't mind a Cadbury's. It's not a problem for me. A Cadbury's, a Kinder Bueno. I'll eat those.
Cheap chocolate is like going to a buffet, all you can eat buffet with terrible food. You want to eat it, but it's just there. But cheap chocolate, I just think I want to eat more because it's chocolate, but it's just
Yeah, no, I like a Kinder Bueno and I like Cadbury's, and they're not expensive, and but I will eat it.
Eva said my favorite Easter egg is Smarties, but I do love a mini egg.
Ah,
you like mini eggs? You got loads of those upstairs.
I do have mini eggs, and I was dying for some chocolate, but I didn't know what chocolate that I wanted, and I knew mini eggs were not going to satisfy me, but I still opened them and ate them anyway. But I am planning to make some type of cake or some type of Easter cake and putting those on top. I just haven't figured out.
So when I said about the milk, sorry, Vaughan, is apparently it was milk mixed in with water. It wasn't pure milk. The Sound of Music, says Eva, was changed completely in the Von Trapps. It was the mother who was strict, not the Captain Von Trapp. So the direction of the Sound of Music with Julie Waters. Changed it completely. Yeah, it would have done. I didn't know that actually from the original story. Miss Monroe says, I can't really beat Cadbury.
You can't. You can't really beat Cadbury.
And Kelly's favourite?
Marvelous Creations from Cadbury.
I was about to say.
But there are other Cadbury. I love caramel. I've got to be honest. So, but they do a caramel, but it's not all of that. But I do love. Yeah, I love caramel, but I don't like Cadbury's caramel. I don't know why.
That is sickly. That is quite sickly.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like if you get Roses or you get Quality Street and you get the caramel keg, things like that I like. But I don't know. With the Cadbury caramels, that it's too much.
Vaughan said, my father loved those stars, Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald. I love that light opera, and I love Lindt. So you love Lindt chocolate. They have some beautiful eggs for sale. We did have a look at those. Obviously, anyone that's been to the supermarket, you will notice that the whole shelf now, the whole aisle in some places is dedicated to Easter eggs.
Yeah, dedicated to Easter eggs.
That time of year. But I noticed they were coming out straight after Christmas. Miss Monroe, Amy said, Miss Monroe, there is nothing wrong with cheap chocolate. It does the job. No, I'm sorry, but I can't eat it.
Yeah, but you eat my Cadbury's. Okay.
That's not cheap.
That is cheap.
By cheap, I mean, the stuff you get those coins that have got cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
the real cheapy chocolate.
The real cheap, right? Okay, so not yet.
Eva said, Kelly, is it you or Mark on the IG?
It's me. It's me on the Insta, yeah.
I didn't even know what that meant. So yeah, Eva said, Kelly, loving the impromptu singing. Hate that. That's my type of music. And Eva's into Linda as well. Amy said, yeah, I got it for £24, but I ended up sitting in the £144 seats due to less people in the theatre.
Yeah.
Nice. Free upgrade.
What was it? You went to see Jersey Boys and you got the 24.
Jersey Boys, yeah, for 24 quid.
Yeah. That's what we got it for 25.
But got upgraded to the £144 seats.
Nice.
Do not buy me cheap chocolates at Eva. Ray, hello.
Hey, Ray. How are you?
You're right. Well. Eva said, I hate, and that's all in upper capitals, salted caramel. Do not come near me with salted caramel.
Yeah, I've got to say, salted caramel is not all that. You and your mum really like it. Yeah,
we have. It's amazing in ice cream. I've got to say. Richard, hello.
Hey, Richard. Hope you're getting better, by the way.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling a lot better as well, because I know you're a bit touch and go. Richard said, heading into a tunnel in the next spot. Catch you when I'm out. Okay, cool. Touche said, Touche, hello.
Hey, Touche. How are
coming
you?
Up through.
Hope you're well.
Good morning, my lovelies. How are you? Good evening, sorry.
Yeah. We are well. We are
Good
good.
to see you. Good. Miss Rose said, I like the supermarket own brand cheap chocolate. Yuck. No, I say like the soup, not you like it. It's like.
No, I don't really like the people. Some of M&S's ones are okay, but even then, they're not all that. I gotta say, the M&S ones and their own brand. And I'm a lover of M&S stuff, but I don't like every M&S thing. But yes, even those aren't great.
Oh, Rich has got some some cheese from Ideal Home Show. Tastes like fudge. So freaking yum.
Oh, a friend of mine went to the Ideal Home
How
Show
was it?
yesterday. I was debating whether to get tickets. I really wanted to go.
How was it? Was it good? Did you have a good time? Is that in the XL? Is that at the what's it called?
I don't know if it's Olympia.
Also,
it could be XL or Olympia.
Sometimes it's at Earl's Court, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes at Earl's Court. I'm not sure which one it's at.
Oh, did you enjoy? I hope you enjoyed it there as well. If you see, talking of cheese, I don't know if anybody managed to catch our video where we called it Eating London, where we went through London. I love that place in Cucumber Alley. They've got it looks like a sushi bar with all the things, but that was actually cheese and pickles. I couldn't get any closer because it was absolutely rammed. Every seat was taken around the soup thing.
I can't imagine what the prices would be.
Be expensive.
Yeah, expensive. For cheese.
But you got to bear in mind, it's just little slices of cheese.
I know.
So you're not getting a whole cheese.
Yeah.
Aoife said, hello, hi Rich, hi Touche. Richard said, tunnel coming up, see you in 20 minutes. All right. Good. I'm glad you're well, Touche, as well.
Yeah. Bless you.
Tunnel again, says Richard. Kelly, inform Mark on my latest obsession, says Aoife.
What, the camper van?
We've got a camper van.
Yeah, no. She sent me a video of a camper van. Been binging the Toby Carvery vids.
Oh, I'm
glad you like them.
Oh, do you know what? Actually, we were saying well, probably me saying it, that we could probably do an entire channel on Toby Carvery.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, for sure.
We were getting to a stage with the Too Good to Go. For those of you who've seen our Too Good to Go video, we were ordering it like every other day because it's £2.20, £3 something.
Yeah, Mark's like, should we get some tonight?
Should we get one tonight? We don't think we can. That's too late. Somerset cheese is the best. Ooh, controversial. I was going to say Somerset, but that's cheddar, isn't it? Cheddar Gorge is in Somerset. I'm doing the accent because I'm from Wiltshire.
Yeah, he's from. Yeah.
Eva said an American RV based in the UK. Okay, you're on an RV.
I was saying that do you know what? I'm a little bit of a princess in the sense that I can't imagine driving around and then having to make breakfast. When I go on holiday, I want to go to a hotel. I want the breakfast to be there for me to eat it. I want somebody to come and do up the room, and I want to go out all day and do whatever I've got to do, and then come in the evening and go to a restaurant for something to eat. I'm not about having to go camping or whatever. That's just me. I admire people that can do it, like sleep on the ground and all of that type of stuff, get up in the morning, cook whatever. And going in a camper van would be nice, like getting from A to B, but I can't envision myself, oh, I've got to cook, oh, we need to stop off here, we need to stop off there, and nah.
Amy said, I went to Cheddar Gorge years ago, about 4 years ago. God, I've been there for years. I remember Wookie Hole Caves. I went there, which is not too far from there. She said, I could watch people serve their food all day. I don't know. Do you know what? There's something quite comforting about watching that food.
Yeah.
And I do like their mac and cheese, I have to say.
I think that, like my friend, she really loves to watch food videos as well. I think that's a really big thing to like. We love reviewing the food. We've got to be honest. We like going out. We like trying different things. I like seeing what's going on. Like, what's the new trend? What's the new thing? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna try it. So I like actually going and doing the things. But I like watching the videos to see where people are going and think, do you know what? That looks all right. Let me go try it. But I've got to say, Donatelier, I hadn't seen anybody try Donatelier. What happened was your brother's, Siobhan, Mark's brother's girlfriend, sent me a picture and said, look what's just opened up over the road. And it was Donatelier. And I was just like, right, okay, we got to go and try Donatelier. And I knew where it was kind of thing. And I just thought, right, we got past it. So I hadn't actually watched a video of somebody trying it before.
Yeah, good. Miss Monroe said, I'm glad you took my advice and tested the Too Good To Go app. Yeah, thank you so much. Because I've got to say, we got addicted to it for a while. We haven't done it for a bit, but towards the beginning, we were just going on it every
Sure,
other
we
day.
did it last week.
Yeah, that's a bit. For me, that's a bit. But yeah, no, it's really good. Do you know what we were saying though? What would be brilliant, because we're not near any of these places, so we've got to drive everywhere.
Yeah,
it would be absolutely amazing if I could walk to there, because I'd be doing it a lot more. But of course, we've got to drive into town to get it, so that's the only annoying thing. But the app itself is brilliant. Definitely recommend it for anybody that's wants to see how it works. Do check out our Too Good To Go. We did two videos on it.
Yeah.
If anybody
and deleted a third because we needed to make space on the camera, and I didn't realise we hadn't actually uploaded that, and we deleted it.
So yeah, that will never see the light of day, unfortunately. So we deleted half of our Greg's Too Good To Go thing. So we'll probably have to reshoot
Greg's and Prep. Yeah.
If we can be bothered to reshoot it. Vaughan said RV parking in any UK town or city is a nightmare.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what? It's funny. I remember watching a documentary, Chris Eubank, the boxer.
Oh yeah.
Not an RV.
So like truck or something.
Yeah, he bought a twin stack truck. And he was trying to drive it around Brighton. And he kept getting tickets because he's loaded. He just accepted he'd have to pay the ticket each time. But in the end, I think they threatened to tow it rather than give him a fine, because he just paid the fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, an RV around, especially a town like a really small town, you'd just be a nightmare to park. Eva said it's a home on wheels with American fridge, freezer, and Korean work surfaces. Okay. Let's have a little look at that.
Yeah.
Amy said, Wookie Hole, that's near Poole, isn't it? I think so. It's been such a long time since I've been. But yeah, I think you're right. It was cool. It was good fun. I love the bit. There's a big stalactite. That's right. So I always remember for stalagmites and stalactites. Stalactites hold on tight, so they go down.
Right.
And stalagmite might reach them. That's the way I remember.
Oh, I see.
So a stalagmite's the one that's going up, and it's huge. And the legend has it that it's actually a witch that was turned into stone. It looks, it's got a human sort of shape to it. But yeah, that's all I remember from Wookie Hole Cave. So Aoife said the CRV is based in Middlehall.
Oh,
where's that?
Don't know.
Oh yeah, Miss Rose said it's cheaper than cooking or shopping.
Yeah,
referring to the Too Good To Go.
Yeah.
Where else? I'm saying that to Kelly as well with the carvery. For I think my vegetarian was £2.25.
£2.29.
£2.29.
And the meat one is £3.29.
There's no way you'd be able to cook that for £2. There's absolutely
prepare
no
a dinner.
Exactly. So it definitely is worth doing. I don't know if it's available in Ireland. Too Good To Go. But it is obviously in the UK.
Yeah.
Gloria was saying, Gloria is in Singapore. She came on the line.
Yeah.
She was saying in the video she wishes they had a version of that in Singapore. I said, there you go, there's your chance.
Yeah.
Create something.
Exactly. Sparks, if you're watching, do you know what I mean? You could corner the market.
Definitely. Create one, Gloria. Aoife said, what I hate about purchasing from CCRV people will be pushed into buying US Nissan 4x4 Navara.
Right, okay.
What's that? The 4x4 Navara? Is that type of...
That's the type of well, it's a 4x4. You know what you would drive around to the country,
okay,
but people for some reason, like why people are driving 4x4s in London, I don't know. This is for the country, and I just feel like it's damaging the roads even more.
No,
not another pothole, please.
More potholes. But mind you, they do tax them a lot. That's what they're doing now. Oh, so you need HGV license to drive it. That makes sense because of the size of it.
Yeah.
That would make sense as well. So that's a whole nother license you've got to get. Richard's at the tunnel. Good to see you.
Hey.
And Miss Rowe, you're absolutely right. It is so much cheaper
as well. So much cheaper.
As I said, the only downside bit is if you're not near the establishment you're trying to get it from, wherever it is, you've got to make the trip there. But I was going to say, if we lived in town, I would utilize it a lot more.
I thoroughly recommend Too Good To Go. And there's so many places. So like, let's say you're not into carvery meals or anything like that. There are sandwich shops on there. There are restaurants on there. There are cake shops on there. So thoroughly recommend Too Good To Go. And the fact that we got to try it for the first time. God, not even a few weeks ago.
No, exactly.
I don't know how many Toby carveries we've had. we've had so many, like 2 and 3 times a week at some point. It was crazy.
I don't call them potholes. I call them sinkholes.
Oh, I'm telling you, like some of them are crazy, like real, like, and I really worry about my wheels, and I just think, oh my tires. I'm like, oh my god.
Richard said my cheese I got was sticky toffee. Oh, Richard, tasted like soft fudge. So yum. Best cheese ever. Best cheese ever. Having it tonight.
Wow.
Do you know what? I was going to say that sounds absolutely amazing. I love fruity cheese. So by fruity, I mean with fruit in it. The
cranberry Wensleydale. Ooh.
Apricot was nice. The ginger one was nice. We tried the ginger one.
Yeah.
That was good. Amy, you haven't had a Toby Carvery for absolute years.
Wow.
You have to treat yourself. Mind you, it's difficult if there isn't one near you.
Yeah.
But there's so many carvery type places. You'll find that some pub or some will do something very similar in your area. If you don't have a Toby Carvery there, there's one near my parents, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which is they're independent, but they do a very exactly the same concept. Go up as many limited veg as you want. I tried the black truffle today. It was so privileged. Oh, I see, says Richard. I couldn't see what you put then.
Mm-hmm.
So how many cheeses did you buy at this event, the home event? Did you get quite a few?
Or is it you get given it for free?
Amy said, I used to go to Wetherspoons a lot.
Yeah.
So the trick apparently they were saying is, and this is a guy that Wetherspoons, I won't reveal which one because I don't want him to get into trouble. But he said as well, if you get the unlimited tea and coffee, I think as well, it's one price is different from the other. So he said, get the cheaper one. You can just fill up. They don't check. So whichever is cheaper, tea or coffee, you can get the unlimited that for a cheaper price.
Wow.
Tush said, you just can't beat a Toby. Had our weekly one yesterday. Weekly. I like that. We had our weekly one as well.
It's so true. I think most people have a roast weekly. Most people. Normally it's a Sunday thing, but it takes so long to prepare it.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
And all of that type of stuff. And don't get me wrong, it's lovely to eat it after we've taken all day to prepare it. But when you could just get it for $2.29 and $3.29.
That's what put me off. So Kelly and I went through this phase. We said we'll do one every Sunday. So we start prepping it in the morning, and then we don't eat till 4. And I said to Cal, I can't keep doing this. I thought I don't want to keep waiting until then. So now we just go and get that.
Yeah.
Richard said, so from the event, I got bags of cat and dog biscuits and year's supply of sanitizer.
Okay.
Oh, Richard, that's brilliant. What did you get out of the exhibition? I got a year's supply of sanitizer and some cat and dog biscuits. Amy said, I haven't had a roast in months. I'm not a very traditional British person.
Right.
Well, not everybody.
Not everyone
has
it.
Do you know what? I used to have it when I lived at home with my parents. My mum would do it religiously. So we'd have it every Sunday as well.
Yeah.
And I just got sick to death of it. But now I haven't had it for so long. I like to have it once in a while.
You in Mauritius, there's no such thing as a Sunday roast. And so when I was growing up, we never ever had Sunday roasts because that wasn't a thing. But when my mum remarried, he was
British.
Yeah, he was British. In my mind, I was thinking Scottish, blah, blah, blah. But he was brought up here and all that. But yeah, British. And we then started to have roasts every Sunday. And we started to have more British food. So he would make a really, really great shepherd's pie. And we would all flock to the house. When we knew shepherd's pie was on, we'd all flock to the house. He did sausage rolls, but they weren't great. But shepherd's pie and Sunday roast were always the big thing. But of course, because he was from up north as well, we'd have chips every day. And because when my mum would cook, she was cooking rice and all of that. And me and my younger cousin, we don't mind rice, but we don't want it every single day. And I remember my aunt used to cook rice every day because everyone in the family liked rice. But he's a bit like me. He goes, I don't want to eat rice every day. I didn't want to eat rice, period, when I was growing up. I was just like, what, rice again? Are you mad? But then when my stepdad moved in, we then had chips every day, and that was more to my liking.
And they were serving dumplings in gravy. Do you know what? We spotted that when we did the Too Good to Go.
Yeah.
Kelly and I were looking for it. We go, oh my God, there's dumplings in here. They're doing dumplings.
Yeah. And I'm very particular because I'm not really a dumpling lover, but actually didn't mind those ones. They were quite good.
I love dumplings.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
really
not
good
really a
at
dumpling person.
Eva said, I don't do roast, I live alone. But you can also do takeaway. So it might be worth you doing that as well. When we went to Blacklock, which is it does Sunday roast in central London, there were several people there sitting on their own having a roast dinner.
Yeah.
So there's no shame in doing that. You can always go and do that.
Yeah.
Richard said, got something to tell you what happened at the Ideal Home show.
Oh.
Let you know when I got home, as I can't text and walk. It involves a lady.
Oh.
Ladies, plural, ladies luck.
Okay.
All right, Richard, I'm looking forward to hearing this. Look at that. You could look at that at the Ideal Home show as well.
Who knew?
Yeah, no, I thought you meant alone. Vaughan said Sunday roast is a religion. My mother's was the best roast beef.
Wow.
Did she do it really juicy as well? When you picture that now, does it make your mouth water? Amy said, oh, Kelly, you are Mauritian.
Yeah.
I have a Mauritian friend. We always talk about cultural food and traditions.
Yeah. Rice. It's just rice. I like the snacks. We call them gajaks. And they're the snacks. So we have things like there are specific names, but I'll give you the British or the English translation, which is like a fried aubergine, like a fritter. They also do the same with bread, and they also do the same with potatoes as well. So like you can get the potato fritter or bread fritter or aubergine fritter. Aubergine fritter is my favorite. It's my favorite snack ever. Is that one, and that we also do samosas, and so these are sort of like little nibbles that you would have, like samosas and chili cakes. You like the chili cakes? Your friend at work. I don't like chili. I don't like chili cakes. They're a bit like falafel.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe them.
They're a bit like falafel, but it's crispy. Like with a falafel, it's not normally like it's not as crispy.
Imagine falafels with a lot of chili in them.
Yeah, and they're in balls, and but I don't really like them. But your friend made some from work, and I don't like them, but they were the best that I had tasted. Even though I don't like them, they were probably the best that I've tasted with regards to.
Well, she is Mauritian.
Yeah. But I've tried loads of Mauritian ones.
They can be quite dry. So the aubergine, if you imagine the best way I could describe it is it's not quite the same batter, but you imagine like fish and chip batter. If you dip the aubergine in that and then deep fat fry it, that's what it's like. That's about the closest I could.
But we make the batter in a certain way.
Yeah.
So we use a different. We don't use your traditional flour. We use a different flour.
Eva said, I bought a small marble speckled saucepan in Aldi, going to boil, wash it before using it. Is it like not a copper pan? But I've seen these as well. They're supposed to be non-stick. Vaughan said, I love roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, rissoles and chips. I see a lot of a potato theme going here as well.
I've got to agree. Although I don't think I've tried rissoles.
So scrambled. So Eva said scrambled egg on toast tomorrow for breakfast. What do you plan it? Do you know that's one thing I never do. Does anybody else do that? Plan their breakfast for the next day? I know a lot of people that do. That's why I just wondered. But that's highly organised. I just think what I'm going to have on the time. Amy said, I heard the flight to Mauritius is 21 hours long. No, it's 13.
It's about, it can be between 13 and 15, depending on like if you're going to do your stop off or if it's direct, blah. So yeah.
But you sort of fly down the Horn of Africa, so that's a bit choppy down there.
Yeah, it's not 21 hours, unless you're going to do some type of stop off, which one time we did an 8-hour stop off in Turkey.
Oh yeah, Istanbul. Yeah, that's right.
But the flights were really, really cheap. I think the flights worked out to.
It was Turkish Airlines, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think it was like £300.
Yeah, that's right.
Something like, it was ridiculously cheap. And the only trick was we had to, on the way back, we had to stop off in Turkey for 8 hours, which was fine because for £300 flights to go to Mauritius, return. Are you joking? I'm taking it.
Which is what we did. Eva said, Kelly and Mark, I'm stocking up on tin beans and food shortages coming up. Well, I was going to say there's food shortages here. No eggs.
Yeah,
well,
no
that's
eggs.
only in Sainsbury's. No eggs.
No eggs and no veg last week.
Oh my God, you got about 25 to 30 tins. That's like your brother.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a doom. Not what do they call them?
He's preparing. He
doom
prepares.
preparer. I think. That's
yeah, he prepares for things in advance. But
so,
we've only got like a little small bag of rice about that big. Well, I don't really eat a lot of rice, but rice about that big. And then I've got some different types of pastas in there, and yeah, all sorts of that sort of thing. Actually, I've realised I didn't order macaroni. I'll have to adjust the thing later and see if we can get macaroni.
Need to buy a load of ring pull tuna cans as well, so you can have them all there. Just it's good in a way actually, because you've always got something there.
Yeah.
Amy said I have seen some flights that are over £1,000 plus with return from Mauritius. That sounds about right. It can be, you know,
it can be, but
depending what time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on like if you go sort of like now it would be warm.
like
yeah. It would still be hot because it's winter time, so it works in the reverse. So from like November up till sort of like even now, it'd be really hot in Mauritius. So if you want to go in the winter time, that's the best time to go. In the summertime it'll be a little bit cooler, but yeah, winter time is the best time to go. You can get cheap flights. £1,000 is crazy. We paid, I think when we went in 2016, we paid £1,800 each. And that was for, because when we went in
that's about right.
In 2015, we went for £1,500.
But that's accommodation as well, not just flights.
Yeah. So in 2016, we went and we paid £1,800. That included 18 nights in a 5-star hotel, and so 18 nights 5-star hotel, and we went half board, so breakfast and dinner. We don't really eat lunch, I've got to be honest, and that included our flights as well. So we found a really good deal. And then the following year, 2015, we paid £1,500, but we didn't get, we only got breakfast. We didn't get half board. So we had breakfast, and that was for, I believe that was for 15 nights or 16 nights actually. And again, that included our flights and hotel with breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, so that sounded about right.
Yeah.
Eva said, get yourself a bug out bag. What's a bug out bag? Is that like a apocalypse bag?
You know what I do want to get? I want to get some metal mesh, you know, the ones that you stick on with magnets for the summertime, so I can open the windows and not have any bugs flying in. That's what I want. So this year I'm going to invest in those bug nets, and then I'm going to put the bug nets up. They all work with like little magnets. I'm going to put them all around the window so I can actually open the windows and open the doors and all of that, have nice fresh air coming in without any fear of bugs.
Eva said tin tuna, oh, I see, tin tuna, tin beans, peas, spaghetti hoops, tin meats, as gross as they are.
Spaghetti hoops.
And also powdered potatoes. Oh my God, multivitamins. You really are planning for something.
Wow.
Tinned energy drinks. Tinned energy drinks, says Amy. I didn't realize you get tinned energy. Oh, you talking about like Red Bull? Amy asked, is it expensive there in Mauritius? The bazaars are dead cheap.
Yeah, when you're going to the markets, it's dead cheap.
Everybody, as a present, got a Polo Ralph Lauren top because they were genuine fakes in the market.
Yeah, you get some real genuine fakes in the market. Yes and no is the answer to your question. For tourists, everything will be expensive. And if you go, but there are ways, like if you're staying in the hotel and you're not going around anywhere, it's fine because pretty much everything is normally included. But if you go to like the shopping malls, and there's for such a small island, I don't know why. I have no clue as to why there is shopping malls in Mauritius. I have no clue, and it is very expensive. We can't even shop in the shopping malls, right? I don't even know how the Mauritian people they can't shop in the shopping malls, and even for tourists, the shopping malls are very expensive. So you're not looking there to go and buy anything anyway. But there are people that come up and down the beach, and they sell like lovely sarongs and things like that, and you can bargain with them. You can sort of go back and forth about how much you're willing to pay. For me, I would say like £2-3 is enough to buy like a nice sarong. You can go up to £5 if you want to. You don't need to go any more than that. So it really does depend. Like in the hotels, when you want to buy stuff, it is going to be expensive. But if you see that like guys walking up and down, you can sort of like negotiate with them. And even when you go to the market, you can also negotiate there. It's all you just negotiate and stuff like that. Um uh but when they see you coming, as soon as they know that you're a tourist, they will bump up the prices. Especially when you don't see prices on anything, they will bump it up.
Oh God, yeah.
When you go to the supermarkets, though, the supermarkets is normal price. It'll be listed there. That's the price that you're going to pay. So the supermarkets will not be expensive. When you're going to the malls, it's expensive for everyone. They're not bumping up any prices. The prices are listed there, and they're ridiculously expensive. I don't know what they're thinking about. But when you go to the markets, it'll be the same. Like loads of markets, when you go abroad, you have to negotiate. They know you're a tourist, so.
Eva said, time to become a prepper and get cutlery, sharp knife, tin opener, a cutlery pack, batteries, torches, portable phone chargers, and keep the chargers topped up. I need a jacket or with a small solar panel, and first aid kits and bedding. I wish I had the money for a bunker. My God, what are you being paranoid? Or are you really worried about the apocalypse coming?
If the apocalypse comes and you're in a bunker, when you come out, unless there are other people that got bunkers, you'd be on your own.
Oh, Amy, yeah, if you've got a Mauritian friend to go with you, that is going to be really good. We're really lucky because when we go to Mauritius, Kelly's uncle's there. So he takes us around everywhere. It's honestly, it makes such a difference because they guide you.
Yeah.
In the end, if there was something I wanted to buy, I'd give him the money. He'd go in and buy it for me because if I went to buy it, the price goes up by fourfold.
Yeah.
So a local will get it at the local price. So yeah, it's really good to have your friend there with you.
Yeah, for sure. I have been a few times, and even though I can speak the language, there are certain phrases that I do forget. They can tell that I'm a tourist.
Yeah, they can.
And they just will bump up the price. It's just what they do. It's pretty much the same anywhere. But I remember I was so fed up of going to the markets, right? The markets are a real thing. And Port Louis is probably the best market, I would say.
Yeah, that's the capital.
And we went to Port Louis, but they've also got a place called Codon, which is where you see the water. It's all shipping and all that. And Codon is next to the Port Louis market. I just thought, oh, do you know what? Mark loves to go to the markets. He absolutely loves going, and he would go every day if he could.
Oh, I would do, yeah.
But by this point, I was really fed up. So I saw a stall, like it was like a cafe kind of thing, like an open door cafe. And before I went in, I said, "Can you tell me how much it is for a bottle of Coke?" And he said to me, it was something like 100 rupees or something like that, which is about 50p. So I was like, great, I'm going to come in and I'm going to enjoy a Coke for 50p. Brilliant. So I went and sat down. Now, to be fair, even if they bump up the price, right, it's not that expensive. You from the UK can still afford, like when you go into the bazaars, even if they bump it up, it will never be something like £20. When I say they bump it up, it's normally to about £10 or something like that. So it's still very affordable, by the way. But obviously, if you want to negotiate, you can negotiate and all of that. But anyway, it's about 100 rupees or whatever it was, which is about 50. Oh, was it 1,000 rupees? How did they do it? I think it's 100 rupees. Is
something like that.
Yeah, 100 rupees is roughly about 50p. If I'm calculating correctly, it's been a while since I've been. And so so I get there, and he said, and he's a young boy. He says to me, yeah, 50p. I was like, great. So I sat down. I got my book out. I let them go to the bazaar, and then I was just drinking. On the way back now, Mark goes to pay the bill for me, right? So he goes, oh, I'll get this one. And he goes, and then the mum had said something to the son. So the mum was behind the counter, and she had said something to the son. I don't know what it was. And then he came back and I goes, oh, I'm sorry. It's now 150 rupees or whatever, right? Which equates to about £1, I guess, or less than £1 and something.
I was just going to pay it.
And so I just thought, what? And I said, what? But it was my uncle came and he gave them a rollicking, right? He was like, how dare you steal from Russian people or anybody, and and all of this. Of course, Mark doesn't understand anything, and I was just sitting there thinking, wait, this is what we're paying. We're not paying no more. Blah blah blah. The poor boy, because it wasn't his fault. His mum had told him because obviously she saw Mark
and Western,
right? So she was just thinking, right, well, they've got money. When they saw me, clearly they thought I was Russian. Not that they thought I am Russian, obviously, I'm Russian descent. And but when they saw Mark, they thought, oh, well, if he's paying, let's bump it up. Now, but my uncle was not having any of it. He went mad and all of this, and I just stood there thinking, oh my God, like
your granddad would have done the same.
My granddad, I tell you what, if my granddad was still alive, he would have done what he would have actually walked in, because where my uncle stood. My uncle stood outside, so like it's like an open fronted cafe kind of thing. My uncle stood at the door and shouted to the woman. Everybody there wasn't that many people in the cafe, to be fair. There's about 3 other people. He shouted to the woman, and the woman just stood there. But she pretended like she was doing work and whatever, and then she slipped off to the back. Poor boy, because he didn't want to ask me. He didn't want to ask me. He had to. Because I asked before I went in, because I thought, I don't want any of this craziness happening. What I should have done was paid them, and then once I got my Coke, I should have just paid them, and then that's what I should have done. So anyway, so my uncle, but if it had been my granddad would have gone to the counter and shouted at the woman in her face and said, like, how dare you, and blah, blah, blah. Who the hell do you think? But like, I just stood there thinking, oh my God, like.
Amy said, that's like India. I've never been to India, but I don't know if is it the same thing.
Yeah.
Aoife and her prepper. She said also candles are a necessity. Amy said, I know St. Louis. Yeah, Port St. Louis. I think you mean. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's Port St. Louis. Eva said, I need to start buying stuff for bug out prepping equipment. Have the tins of beans. The thought of tin meatballs and meatballs. Why are you prepping all this, Aoife?
She said for food shortages.
Food shortages.
Food shortages, yes.
Oh my word. I don't know if you've had a premonition or you're just predicting this. Right. I'm going to change the subject slightly. So a prep for a new video. So this is thank you to you guys. So you guys came up with the idea. Actually, it was last Friday. Was it Friday or Tuesday?
So. I can't remember.
So one of the ideas was we were talking about mayonnaise. Yes, we were talking about mayonnaise. And some of you guys were also saying as well about all the different types of mayo you can get. So I'm going to give you a little insight into the video we're going to do. So we're going to do a test control, which will be chips, and we're going to try the various mayo. So I've started getting them already.
Yeah.
We're starting with, I've got with the Nando's Peronaise. So that's peri-peri mayo. I did get the mild one. I should have got the hot one.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got that one there. That's the first one we're going to try. Then I had a little look. And this actually shocked me, actually, how many different types of mayo there actually are. So then the next one I've got is the Wagamama's. That's the firecracker mayo.
I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Yeah, this one looks quite good as well. This one's actually vegan for anybody that's interested. So I didn't get a separate vegan one because this is vegan. That's got a chili in it as well. So that's a
firecracker, yeah.
Firecracker mayo. That's that one. On the same theme, again, no idea they did this. Wagamama now do the katsu mayo. So I love katsu. So there we are. That's a katsu mayo.
Wagamama used to do a teriyaki sauce. It was so good. I hope they brought it back out.
Well, we're not finished there.
No, I know.
So this is the Hellman's one. So this is a new one. This is the chili mayo. So I'm going to be interested to see that and how that compares to the firecracker one. So that's got chilies in it. Oh, we're not stopped there. A couple more to go. This one is the roasted garlic one. This is my least favorite one I'm looking forward to as well. I always find garlic mayo far too strong. So I don't know how that one's going to be. But that's the garlic mayo.
Not too strong for me.
And last but not least, another one I found. There's one more I might get, which is the Branston pickle mayo.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm not sure how that one's going to go, but I think we'll do it for the video purposes. Is this one, which is the aioli. So this is a harissa. It's aioli rather than
mayonnaise, yeah.
But we're going to add this one in just because it's Leon, so it's a different company, just to see how that one is. This one, for anybody who's interested, the price is all about £2 something. This one's 80p in Sainsbury's, but it's reduced to clear. So if anybody wants to try that one, that was the one on sale. So there you go. That's going to be our future video, and that's thanks to you.
I was having a look at some of them. They're like £4 and
I know.
ridiculous amounts of money. I'm going to have a look later and see what else is available.
Now, a lot of you guys, I can see from the comments, have already tried some of these. I'll come back to Eva's comments about prepping. See, oh my God, I saw these today in Asda. Said, so we're going to try them. We decided to try them with chips. So that's our test controller. We're going to dip all of them in chips.
I feel chips, but do you know what? I might have chicken wings as well because I feel like I need to try chicken wings.
No, because I can't do the both then.
No, but you can try the chips.
Yeah, that's true. Eva said Black Belt Barista had a website to buy eggs from Eggs Direct in the sale. We do need eggs.
We do.
So we might have a look at that. Miss Rose said, "Oh my God, Nando's Peronaise is gorgeous." Oh, really?
What, the mild one or the hot one?
No, I got the mild one. I might get the hot one as well, just so I can have that in the video.
Yeah.
But that was the one. But we've not tried that one yet.
No.
Leon is disgusting. All I'm saying is good luck. Oh, really?
Oh.
Now we like Leon food.
I love Leon food. Yeah.
But we've not tried this one.
I have tried aioli when I've been in there.
I pronounce it aioli.
I think it's aioli.
Oh, it's a game changer. Oh, is that good? And both of them are nice. Miss Moreau says. The
wags or
the
the
Peronaise.
Oh, right, the Peronaise.
The Peronaise one. So
wow, okay.
That one as well. So we will be trying these ones as well. But I'm really interested. We love Wagamamas. So you might have seen we've done a few Wagamamas videos. This is the one I'm looking most forward to. But it'd be interesting to see whether or not it will taste that nice.
I went to Wagamama's. I think it might have been one of the first restaurants that I went to coming out of lockdown.
Yeah, it was. We did the chow down after lockdown video.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm least looking forward to. For me, garlic mayo is always far too strong. Yeah, and the other ones I'm pretty looking forward to. But the fact Miss Monroe said this is a game changer.
Wow. But you know what? I love their chili jam, and
yeah.
I don't think that their chili jam doesn't taste the same as that it does in the restaurant. I'm afraid to say. So I'm thinking, is it going to taste the same? I don't know. We'll see.
If it wants to be prepped for the zombie apocalypse, I hope you've been watching those zombie things as well, especially The Last of Us. Food shortages, and then we'll be own nothing, and I will be happy. She says. Alerts going to all the UK phones on the 23rd
of April.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they're testing out, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So what I was going to say is, so that's it. So if you guys have any other mayonnaises you'd like us to try, add it in. Now's your time to tell us, because then we will add that to the video. But this is thanks to you guys that we're doing this as well.
Yeah.
We aren't going to do a plain one purely because I know everyone's tried the flavored one. This one's going to be for that
flavored ones. Yeah.
We've not done a vegan one purely because the two Wagglers ones are vegan.
Yeah. But there might be more to add. We don't know yet.
Yeah. So if you guys have any ones that you'd like us to add, any ones that you've seen that we can get hold of in the supermarket, let us know and we can add that to our little haul. But that's going to be coming up soon. That's the one we're going to be trying as well. So I have been prepping. This isn't much of an apocalypse thing because it's just mayo.
We're just trying mayos.
We've got the condiments, but we haven't got anything else to go with them.
Yeah, we're just trying thing. But yeah, we've got some tin things, but yeah, nothing to that extent.
Eva said, "What's that for the 21st of April?" So I think for the 23rd of April, I think the government are testing an all texting thing. So basically, every mobile phone in the country receives an alert.
They're going to do an alert, but it's actually making a sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the thing. So basically, on the 23rd, there will be a loud pitched tone coming from your phone, along with an emergency test message. So it's just a test message at this point. And I think a lot of people are just thinking, wow, like, obviously it's generating like, oh my God,
panic.
Like panic and stuff like that.
What the government has said is for things like flood alerts and things like that in your area. So that's why they're testing it out. Try to find the gravy mayo if you can. So Amy, I did look for that. Because you mentioned that before. And Sainsbury's didn't sell it. So I did have a look. They have something similar, but I think the gravy mayo, Gravenaise, has actually been copyrighted now by KFC.
What, KFC?
So we will try and have a look for it. But the gravy mayonnaise, I did look for in Sainsbury's. They didn't have it. They had the Branston pickle one, but I didn't buy that one because it looked revolting. But I might have to get it for the video just to see if
I'm
it's any
gonna
good.
see if I can find it.
Yeah, see if you can Google it. Do you know what time? They haven't said. I don't think
they
so.
haven't said at the moment what time. Yeah, they haven't said what time yet. It only picked up on my whenever I'm watching TikTok. There's been several messages that on with regards to the 23rd. It's just that there's going to be a loud pitch noise followed by a test message, and that is just for the future. For if anything were to happen, that they could alert you and let you know what's going on in the country or whatever part of the country that you're in.
Yeah, so the idea is it can be regional, not just national.
Yeah,
I think that's the idea. So I think the original, I know because some people are panicking because they're worried it's a sign of something coming. But I think the original thing they wanted to do is test things like flooding. That's the big one. So if in an area there's a lot of flooding, they'll be able to send alerts to that particular part of the country. Be wary, there's a flood alert.
yeah. But yeah, I think because like a lot of people have been questioning it. Why do we need it? Why all of a sudden we've had mobile phones for years, and they said, oh, like America has it, but America has had it for years. Why only now are we sort of like that's happening here? So
imagine if your phone sound doesn't work. Imagine if you don't have a phone.
Oh, even if you've got it on silent, it will be
right?
Yeah, it'd be overridden, and you'll still get the
Eva said if you don't accept the alert, governments will shut down the phones. Is it happening in Ireland as well? I didn't know. I thought it was just a UK thing. I didn't realise if it was happening in the Republic. Yeah, the gravy mayonnaise that they didn't have it in Sainsbury's. We'll have to see if we can order it.
I can order it on here.
Yeah, order it on Ocado.
Okay, let's have a look.
Well, we're going to order that as well. We will add that one too.
Let's see if I can order it. I don't know.
That would be good if you can open that one as well. Yeah, so that will be the other one we're going to add to it. Well, this is going to be cool. So it'll make a little fun video. We hope you enjoy it. But just to give you a little taste of what we're coming up to film, I previously mentioned as well earlier on. So I did buy the Ghostbusters. I'm a sucker for movie cookbooks. So I did buy that one as well. I did a little recipe in here, which I'll be uploading that one as well. And we do have a few other videos in the back burner. So we will try to get one uploaded as soon as we can this week.
Yeah.
So because I know we're not doing a live, so we'll just have something in the ether, at least for you guys that you can watch. Hopefully you'll find them interesting. You're going to try and add it to the
yeah,
shopping.
I'm just having a look to see what. Oh, they do a smoky barbecue Hellmann's now.
Oh, yeah. That's barbecue sauce though, isn't it?
What's the one that we get? Oh no, that's Heinz.
Heinz.
Oh, they do a garlic and chili mayonnaise. They do.
Yeah, I got that one.
No, we've got garlic, not garlic and chili.
Oh, garlic. No, not garlic and chili.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here. They have it.
There you go. Add it too.
Okay.
There we are. Thank you, Amy.
Let's see if we can amend our delivery.
It was who are you going to call? Yeah, but you know what? There's some interesting ones in there as well. So we'll go through that. I'll do a few more of those as well. So we've added the garlic and mayo.
Well, I haven't ordered it yet. But I have to see.
Gravy and mayo.
Yeah, but I have to see if we can add it to our shopping. That's what I'm saying.
I thought that's what you're doing.
But if you give me a chance, I might be able to. I have to amend the shopping, do I not?
Amend it. There we are. Well, we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
We've almost added gravy nays to the shopping bit as well.
Yeah, I'm just
the excitement.
Yeah, orders. Because obviously our order is at a certain time now. I might not be able to add it to the shopping. So I'm just seeing if I can add it to the shopping basically.
I have to go and check Lidl, see if they got it. Otherwise. Because Sainsbury's definitely don't have it.
Let's see.
Will it allow you?
I don't think it will.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll try and do that, Amy. We are going to try and get that one added to for you as well. Is that coming from M&S?
Yeah. No, you can. Or it's Ocado, darling.
Oh, okay.
So it's not only M&S products.
I was going to say, if it's an M&S, I might be able to go there. There's one near us as well. Anyhow, we should do our best to go try and get that as well. So that's the videos we got coming up as well. We do have a couple of, what's the other two we've got in the, this is the trouble. We end up filming them. We'll get this big bag of them. I've got to go in and edit them.
Yeah, it says, yeah, can't be edited.
Oh, okay. We'll try it another way.
But yeah, let me, yeah.
We'll try it another way.
Yeah, we will. Because you never know, they might do it in Tesco or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So we will do it at some point, but it's just a shame that I didn't know about it earlier. Because although you said it, I didn't think about it. But yeah, I will put it in the thing for a later date, so that when we do order it,
it'll come through.
It will come through.
Well, I want to definitely do it for this video, because I don't want to do two.
Oh yeah, sure.
So we'll try and add it for we'll add it for that one as well. So that's what we're coming up.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you for trying. Eva said in the UK, if emergency alerts are switched off on your phones, the UK government will possibly have the phones shut down. I'm not sure they would.
I don't think they wouldn't have the right to do that.
Exactly.
Really. And it would be down to your. I don't think. And for what reason would they shut it down? They would be putting people's lives in danger if they shut it down. So I don't think they can do that.
Richard said we chat in a second.
Okay.
Richard, I really want to hear this ladies at the thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't think they can do that. Oh, look at that. They got a Heinz garlic and caramelized onion mayonnaise. They got squeezy cheese.
Oh my god, we don't want to get too many of these.
No. I'm just looking at. Do you know what one I want to try that? I want to try the baconaise. You wouldn't be able to try it, but I would like.
No,
to
we've
try
got baconaise.
Have we?
The Heinz one. I don't know how old that is.
It's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge. Anyway, all right. We'll check that one as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to add but there's so many. There's like Hellman's Coronation mayonnaise, squeezy chili mayonnaise. There's like oh here it is, gravy mayonnaise. There we go. It's added to the basket, so I know the next time when we do a shop. They got Peronaise hot.
That's right. I'll go and get that later. Anywho. Eva said, check out Richard Vobes. Who's Richard Vobes?
Who's Richard Vobes?
I don't know. All right, that's one for everyone to check out.
Okay.
Check out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's going to be our video as well. What was the other ones we had in the pipeline? There's two others, and I forget.
I know we were talking about doing a couple cooking ones, which we did.
No, the ones we got all filmed already. There's two more. There's definitely ones we've got. This is a problem. We end up filming them. We then do other stuff as well. I forget they're there, and I have to then dig them out. Oh yeah.
I know I've still got my cherry almond cake to do, but the only problem with that is that I did decorate it and I didn't film decorating it because I was against a deadline and I had brought it home. And so basically I baked it at my mum's and then brought it home to decorate it. I did take pictures of what the decoration looks like, but I am going to bake some cakes tomorrow, depending if we get eggs, that is. I hope we do get eggs. If we do get eggs, then I can actually bake tomorrow. And that will be quite good. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Eva said this week I spent 139 euros on shopping. And I bet you it was only a few bags. Your mum always uses that. So Kelly's mum always uses the carry test. She'll say something like, I spent 80-something pounds and I could carry it.
Yeah.
So she can carry it in one go from the car to her house. Then she knows that's her litmus test, is to know that the prices have gone up.
She went shopping today. She said, I spent £200. And I was just like, okay. She goes, but I didn't even really get anything and all of this. I said, because you're not looking at the deals. Like, you really got to look at the deals, really.
Right. Eva said they're overriding usability for tast-a-licious. Okay.
Right.
Right. Now, Richard, this is the bit I wanted to hear. Richard said, yeah, an ideal home lady on the train on a 1-hour journey spotted me at the exhibition and joined in the arts and craft. And she told ladies there, this guy, single ladies, and he's a gentleman.
Oh.
So how did she? So did she spot you from your YouTube thing?
Is that what happened? Like she recognized you from YouTube and then was telling everybody that you're single?
Eva said, Richard, check out the CCRV at Mildenhall. Oh, this is this is the RV you want to get, isn't it? Yeah. So did she spot you that? Recognize that? Now, this doesn't happen to us, but you've been spotted, haven't you? That's how you met Georgina.
That's how I met Georgina. Yeah. And it just so happens that week, or I think it was the week before, she one of our videos had popped up on her YouTube, and that's how she recognized me, because it was just so very recent. And yeah, so it's happened to me once.
Yeah. So it's not often. I think we're quite a unique couple.
Yeah.
So I think we do stand out a little bit. So I do sometimes wonder that if anybody recognizes. We haven't had. What we do have a lot though is when we do film, people hang out in the background because they want to see what we're doing. Not so much about our channel, but they just want to see what we're doing.
Yeah.
If you watch, actually, when we leave Cucumber Alley on the Eating London video, you can just about see there's two young girls behind us as well. They were coming up really close behind us because they wanted to hear what we're saying.
Yeah. And I was just like, let's just slow down. Let's let these two girls pass, because they were sort of like really behind us. But I think that vlogging in London, although there's loads of vlogs, it's still relatively a new thing.
Yeah.
Whereas vlogging itself has been around for ages. There's been loads of YouTubers and stuff like that. But I think carrying cameras everywhere and vlogging the food and vlogging this and vlogging that. And I think at one point people were like, oh, they didn't want to be filmed. But now I think what people have realized is it's free promotion. For wherever it is that you're going now. And we're not one, like, I think you said you knew someone who, oh yeah, I'll just tell them I'm a vlogger and we'll get things for free and all of that type of stuff. We're not about that.
No.
So when we go in, we pay our money like everybody else. We don't, I mean, we've got still a relatively small community at the moment. But even if we were to sort of get bigger and stuff like that, I would still want to go in and pay for our, I don't want anyone to say, oh yeah, would you come? We'll give you things for free. Do you want to come here? Now, you can sort of say that to us and maybe we might take it up, but we would still give an honest review. And to be quite honest, I would rather earn the money from YouTube and still go and pay for the food rather than people wondering, oh, are you giving a good review because you got the food for free? Do you see what I mean? Like, I'd want to, there might be some times that I might say, oh, do you know what, we will take this one for free or whatever. But on the whole, I still want to be that person that just pays for the food and samples it and then gives you the honest opinion. Like, not every, like, a lot of things I'll be like, that's not for me, or oh my god, I really enjoyed that, this is okay. I still want to be able to give that honest feedback kind of thing.
Amy said, this is what happens when you do YouTube or social media. This is true. But we aren't recognised at all in the street, to be honest with you.
No.
I think Kelly's only had it once in the years that we've done it. I wish we were that big, but we're not that big yet. Richard said, having done the crafts on one, so this is going back to the event he did. On one member of the public took the mic and asked me out. Oh my god, the embarrassment. But another lady took the mic and said, no, pick me. Oh my god.
Wow. Did you pick any?
I was gonna say, well, let's move on. Eva said sanity checkers on YouTube. 4 bags. Or is that 4? You only got 4 bags at the 100. See, that's only 4 bags at 139 euros of shopping. Richard said, I took both. Oh, you took both their phone numbers. The second lady made sure she wanted and snogged me there and then.
What?
In the middle of the show.
Wow.
I was the talk of the show and I was on camera. Big embarrassment.
Wow.
She just kissed you on stage. Pick me.
That is cray.
Eva said, I bought 2 large bags of potatoes, 2 small bags of potatoes, 8 tins of beans, 2 cartons of free range eggs. And 8 tins of Red Bull. Oh my god, 4 left. Oh my god!
How many Red Bulls are you gonna drink?
My god,
my goodness!
You trying to stay up all night?
Clearly,
4 tins of Red Bull. Richard said, "Put my snog video on the big screen in the show." A few stores are like, "Oh, it's you, you lucky man." You see, you're famous now. Amy said, "If you are paid, you will feel forced to give a good review. Do you know what? Actual fact, I mean, that's one of the things we do. That's what's put us off actually accepting anything free, because we want to give you guys our honest opinion.
Yeah, we haven't been offered anything for free, to be fair, but
No.
I would, even if we were, and even if we were to accept, to be fair, I wouldn't accept everything. I would only accept certain things. But I would give an honest review regardless.
Yeah.
It would be,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, do you know, I wouldn't want to do a review on something and like just give a good review because we've got it for free. I don't feel that is being true to what we're about, to be quite honest.
No, it's that, and also as well, we don't want that reputation of just saying we're only going to give her a good review. Somebody pays for something as well. So Kelly, I did ask Kelly about this a while ago. Funny enough, I said, if somebody offered us a meal or something for free, would you take the review? And Kelly said, I would do, but I would only insist I'm going to do an honest, open review.
Yeah.
So
be sure that whatever it is on point.
Exactly.
Because if it isn't and you're giving it for free and it isn't on point, I'm going to say.
She's still going to slag it off.
Not slag it off, but I will say.
Amy said, oh, I love this gossip, Richard. Eva said, when the potatoes go to seed, I'll sow them in the window boxes or deep buckets, which you can do, actually. It's a good way to grow them. Richard said, what made it worse?
What?
ITV.
You mean what made it best?
I was going to say, what made it worse is ITV interviewed me about the show and said, you got the lucky snog. I need to watch it back later. Oh, are you going to, when you say ITV, was it on London Tonight or was it on another TV show?
Wow.
ITV actually interviewed you about the kiss. Did they show the kiss?
Wow.
This is amazing, Richard. I was going to say, no wonder you wanted to tell her.
You should have said, oh, I've got my own YouTube channel. It's da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, oh, what a way to sell it.
Yeah.
Your subscribers will shoot up. They do say that actually as well. When somebody goes into Love Island, they hand over their account to a friend or family or someone close as well. And they said the friends and family say you get thousands and thousands of subscribers overnight. They just said subscribe to their
But really, what a way to get subscribers. And it's a tricky one, because is it going to be true subscribers, like people that you like the way that we talk to you and stuff like that? I've often wondered, like, because the thing is, at the moment we're quite a small community. It's nice. I can get to talk to you all. Mark gets to talk to you all. We're all interactive and things like that. And I often wonder, when the subscribers get if we get more subscribers and things like that, will it be a case of we won't be able to read every message? We won't be able to interact with you as much as we do now and things like that. And in a way, I like the community as it is, but in a way I would like us to have more subscribers and be able to talk more and have like all joint conversations and things like that, like us to do more reviews. It would be nice to sort of like do this for a living. And so I often wonder what would happen, to be quite honest. I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. I'm ready for the journey, whatever the journey is.
Eva said, we'll sow potatoes and grow potatoes in deep buckets and window boxes. Or in a small saucepan.
How much space have you got in your place? I was going to say,
you've got all these potato trees growing out.
Tins of this and tins of that. And like, how big
when you
is
open
your
the door,
space?
you're trying to open through all the tins. Amy said, no, Mark and Kelly's trips, tips and things are not like the other YouTube channels.
You know what? Like I've said many times before, I hope we're producing good content, and I hope that you enjoy hanging out with us. Do you know what I mean? Like, we enjoy hanging out with you and stuff like that. And we like to sort of like hear what you guys have been doing, how your week is going. And it's just nice to connect, to be quite honest. And I remember when I sort of like floated the idea to Mark about doing a YouTube channel. And I remember it was going to be about our holidays, because we both work full time, and it was going to be like, literally, we didn't really know much about YouTube and how we were going to do it. We didn't have an idea or anything like that. And so our early sort of efforts, you can tell if you go back and have a look at them, they're not like they are now. Like, we put a lot more work into editing. We sort of like try different tricks and things like that to keep the video interesting. And what I mean by tricks, I mean editing tricks, as in you know, one shot here and one shot there, and sort of the slide between. We put a lot of work into it, like a lot of work. So because we want to do the best that we can do, we want to sort of like produce sort of good videos for you guys. And but when we first started, it was like a minute here or a minute there, or 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, and we missed like showing you properly what I think one of the first ones we did, I think, was Florida. I think that was one
yeah, that's
and
right.
I think I videoed you getting your hair cut.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
was like, and I uploaded the video. I was going like, 50 people have what? And I just thought it was amazing. I was like, 50 people like watched you get your hair cut in Disney. That just blew my mind. And then because that's what it was. And then obviously the pandemic hit. We were uploading. I was uploading several videos in a day rather than spreading them out and things like that. And we didn't really know much about it. And so now. And then we sort of like took a break from videos for a bit, and we were just chatting with you guys. So we were just doing the lives, and then said, no, let's get back into our videos again. And then you sort of like done your editing. You really enjoy it. I like it, but I don't like the type that, you know, it like takes so long to edit. But you enjoy that.
I like
you
that,
enjoy that part of it. So I much prefer sort of like videoing it and sort of like just doing the talking and things like that. You really like, I suppose it's more arty because you're more arty anyway. So I think you're into art.
Yeah, I am.
So I think for that type of thing, that's your forte, really.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Rich is still on a high.
Oh wow!
So we want to go back to Rich is still on a high.
Let's see.
So Richard said, 2 ladies fighting over me. That has never happened before. Oh, well, Richard, like I said, that shows your charm there as well.
Yeah.
Eva's going to bin those chocolate mousses and the cocktails. Oh dear. I hope they weren't nasty. Amy said, I've only discovered you in the last month. I'm very new and I feel very welcome. So thank you.
Oh, bless you.
And
thank you for joining us.
And we like to have this as a safe space as well for you guys to be able to say things that you like to say. Richard said, the first lady spotted me go into the house at an exhibition and was filming the bedroom. I sat down, took a picture, and she came in, hand slipped, making out, kissing and touching, and had a, had MK quickly on my, right, let me read the rest of that. My day was not, there was a bit of a, my day out was naughty but dazzled. Well, you sound like you had a fast. I don't think I've ever had a thing like that as well. I kissed 2 women in one time, so well done.
Yeah.
I got a sister figure in Kelly.
Oh, bless you.
Richard said, I'm not keen on the second lady, but she's okay, but cute, but not attractive. Well, you've got a choice of 2.
Well, attractive is subjective.
Yes. Beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly so.
Eva bought some small glasses as well, so it wasn't just food you got from your €139 haul. Amy said, Richard, tell me a good place you would recommend for me to photograph, if you don't mind. Oh, that's interesting. Eva said, and last week, 2 glass cups to add to the collection. Richard said, forgot second lady's first name. First lady is slim and works for IKEA, called Sharon. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You've got her name as well. Did you get her number? Did you get both ladies' numbers?
You got both of them.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, you got both
I
their numbers. Yeah.
So Amy's question about photography, where's good to photograph? Do you know what? I was going to say, what's really good? You've got London's the obvious one because you've got the city and everything there. But there's some really good places in the Docklands which you can film, photograph, I should say. It depends what you'd like to photograph.
Yeah,
Are you more nature, architecture, people, or do you just like things like angles and things like that?
Yeah, because you can get some beautiful pictures in the city. You're a photographer, so I know you know about angles and things like that. But yeah, like you can take some really beautiful. I'm just trying to. I can't think of it. And if you're looking for more picturesque, I'm just trying to think like Regent's Park.
Regent's Park's really nice.
Beautiful. Regent's Park.
Architecture, you've got so much there as well. Central London. The O2 is quite fantastic, actually. That would be quite good for you to do. If you can get a walk over the O2, 37, I think it may have gone up, but you walk over, you're allowed to take photographs from the top.
Yeah.
So once you get to the top, you've got that whole Docklands area that you can photograph. So that might make a good photography thing for you too.
Also, if this is free, by the way, you can get free tickets to the walkie-talkie building. What's it called? Sky Garden.
Sky Garden. Oh,
so,
yeah.
It's free. You just go online, book your tickets, go to Sky Garden, and you'll get some amazing views. And you can step outside, take some amazing views. Also, the plants and the actual Sky Garden itself.
Kelly and Mark says, Aoife, you both and Richard give me the giggles and insights into premiering your channel on food and the Tassimo, but moved to Nescafe Dolce Gusto. Oh, yeah, your S Plus. Funny enough, when I took your mum to what was it now? The
other thing,
the I forgot where it was now.
Yeah.
The thingy centre. What was funny is that I sat down talking to that guy because she wanted to get her bathroom done, and he had a gold Dolce Gusto S. I thought, Aoife was talking about that. No, he's got one. So obviously that's just for staff.
Well, I saw that there was a coffee making thing, but I didn't have a look and see what it was.
Loving the scented candles too. Amy said that I'm more of a photojournalist person, but like the photography, don't like to photograph different things. Eve said, Kelly, going to try and get you into florally perfumed oldie candles.
Do you know what? I do have candles, but I don't, okay. So I think, like you, Aoife, where you go when you're planning for the apocalypse and things like that, I think about things that may be harmful, like smellies and things like that. So I don't tend to burn a lot of candles and things like that. I don't tend to use a lot of air fresheners. I know you like to use.
I use a lot.
Like Mark will use some of the sort of like, the ones that you pierce behind and they
Febreze, yeah.
Yeah, but I myself don't use a lot of them because in my mind I'm thinking, well, these are man-made sort of things, and is it gonna cause whatever, like that's my mind working overtime. So I don't tend to I had two candles. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was younger I would burn candles for sure. And I would use a lot of incense and things like that. But I haven't burnt anything for many years. And even at Christmas, I got the fake ones, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
The fake candles and stuff. I just thought, oh, these are a lot safer as well. So, yeah. But I know that my cousins and my sister-in-law, they do the wax ones where it melts and you can reuse it and it melts again or something. But again, I don't use them. But my mum's got like these things that spray. I'm not a lover of them.
Richard said, Amy, take pictures that are great for the memories, as memories trigger happiness and appreciate the pictures more. That's a really good thing. Those pictures mean something to you. So something like that. And I know you said you were more of a photojournalist. Richard also said, I had oyster mess up as missed 2-pack trains. Now, oh my God, you still out?
Oh, wow.
Now till I have to owe me money. Now TfL owe you money. Do you know what? I've noticed that really irks me with TfL, Transport for London, is every time you tap in and tap out, if you forget, they charge you the full price. And they must make an absolute fortune every day from people that do that.
It's crazy. It's like, I miss my paper tickets.
Amy said, well, I study photography and I'm trying to go to good places to photograph for my work. Okay. Amy asked, when is the apocalypse? Aoife, nobody knows.
Anytime soon.
No, don't say that. Nobody knows. And don't say silly things.
No.
So don't worry about things like that.
Yeah.
Just try and enjoy your life. That's the main thing as well. Like Richard, snogging 2 women in one go.
Exactly. I do believe in taking advantage of the here and now. And I think that you don't know when things are going to happen. We have no idea. We don't even know if that is even real. Do you know what I mean? So in my mind, I just think enjoy each day as it comes. Do you know what I mean? And don't stop planning for the future because you don't know what's going to happen. We none of us know. So just enjoy life. And if you get too hung up on what's going to happen, how can you can't live life because you're too busy thinking, oh my God, the worst is going to happen. Think about what the best is going to happen. That's how I look at things. Anyway.
Even Nostradamus predicted the world would end in 2006. So, like I said, no one can predict that.
Yeah.
Richard said TFL paid back the fine plus my travel for today. Oh, sweet! 2 kisses and free travel. You cannot say fairer than that, Richard.
You can't.
2 kisses and free travel.
You can't. And 2 women's numbers.
Well, there you go. Like I said, now that is an achievement for the day. I don't think I've ever been able to do that. Richard said, never knew what a song was like as it's been years long. It's wet, very wet, and very arousing.
Okay, not sure if that was appropriate.
Yeah, I was going to say, moving swiftly on.
There we go.
There you go. But I'm not even going to ask what song that was he had in his head. So, like you say, mean snog. Oh yeah, that's what very racing the snog.
But I know.
So it was a snog like. Sorry, you put song. That's what I put on there. You put song. So not that snog like. It's been like very wet and very arousing.
Yeah,
talking about the kissing. Richard's living the best life.
He sure is. He sure is.
They go, what did you do today, Richard? Well,
yeah, let me just tell you what I did, what kind of a player I was today.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, it is 8 o'clock.
Can't believe it.
I know
it's gone so quick.
It has, and we've had such a brilliant time. So I think we're going to end it there for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things. Unfortunately, for this week.
Yes, for this week.
However, we will be back usual time, a usual place, and a usual day next Tuesday at 6 p.m. UK time for another Mark and Kelly Trips and Tips live. As always, have a fantastic evening, guys. I hope no one's going to have as nice an evening as Richard, but because he's on that high.
Exactly.
But really happy for you as well. We'll definitely keep in contact.
You.
Guys, that's it from Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things this week. Please do look after yourselves. Thank you so much for joining our live. We had a fantastic thing talking to you as well. We will try and get a video up this week so you've got something to watch from our channel this week. But it's been really good chatting to you as well. We will be back, as I say, next Tuesday as well. Look after yourselves, take care, and remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you in the next live next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Look after yourselves.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.